Hi, I'm Jo and welcome to QuickFix, your vital dose of business technology inspiration. In this episode, I'll be answering a question sent in by David from Dash Hair Studio. Now, David is a business owner with a small team and he is a self-confessed numbers phobe. He wants to start taking a closer look at the facts and figures that make up his business performance. He says, "I hate to admit it, but there's only a couple of reports I ever look at. Can you please give me some advice on the main numbers I should be keeping my eye on and how I communicate this to my team?" Well, David, I hear so many creative people like you saying looking at reports is their least favourite thing to do. In fact, most people would rather stick needles in their eyes, let's face it. You might not believe me, but it can actually be really interesting if you know what you're looking for. When I had my salon, what helped me the most was keeping a regular eye on the main key performance indicators, or KPIs, that I was interested in. If you're only looking at the numbers sporadically, it's really hard to get a feel for what's going on. Does that make sense? Like, are the numbers trending up? Are they trending down? Or are they flatlining? My dad always used to say to me, "Jo, it doesn't actually matter what the numbers are, you just need to know them." And it's so true. By knowing how you're tracking against each specific KPI over time, you can take action where it's needed. One thing you need to remember when you're looking at the performance of your business is that it's an accumulation of the individuals within it. So, in other words, the sum of each of your team members equals the end result for your entire business. So therefore, it makes sense that if you want to improve your business as a whole, you have to break it down and work with each individual. Okay, so now what kind of numbers should you be looking at with each of your team members? There are so many, but we don't have all day here. So let's just start looking at some of the key KPIs that will help you increase your revenue. Now, I have been banging on about this for years, but I'm sorry, you're going to hear it again. There are actually only 3 ways to increase revenue. 1, get more clients. 2, get them visiting you more often. And 3, get them spending more money each time they visit. So let's break it down. The KPIs to track that will help you achieve revenue growth are the number of clients, how many of these clients are new versus existing, how many of these clients return, the percentage of clients who rebooked, how often clients visit on average, in other words, their frequency. And with regards to getting them to spend more money, you need to look into the details around upselling. For example, how many clients are having colour work, how many clients are having treatment, and how many are buying retail. This might sound really basic, and it actually is. Understanding your KPIs doesn't need to be complicated. I'm sure many of you are already tracking these KPIs and more, and I look forward to maybe exploring these in the future with you. So David, I recommend that you meet with each of your team members weekly to focus on and review these basic KPIs together. Chat about the highlights and the lowlights of the previous week and get some specific goals and strategies set for the next 7 days and longer. You need to go into the how-to here though. For example, if they sold 13 products and the goal next week is to increase to 18, then you would need to sell 1 more product a day. It's so motivating and satisfying for each individual team member to be given a little praise and direction from you each week. So David, I think if you start off simple and you look at your basic KPIs, you will begin to get your head around the numbers and find ways to help your team members improve. These essentials are things you should literally know intimately and be able to rattle them off the top of your head. Thank you for your question and best of luck.